obviously I'm a big Mauricio Pochettino fan, but the U.S. men's national team, a 4-0 thrashing Switzerland put on against them last night. So Doyle, there's been a lot of like on-field, off-field stuff. Yes, there's main players that aren't in. You have a lot of, young and up-and-comers that could potentially crack into that lineup. But then you have the performance in which you had last night. You have dads tweeting, AI chatting. Like there's just so much to digest here. So let's start with you. Where do you want to go? Take it away.
I mean, it feels like we're a real soccer country finally, right? We have moms blackmailing after the World Cup. Now we got dads tweeting. The team's falling all over themselves. Nobody can put together a decent performance. It's like everything you want from a disaster of a soccer country. I feel good. I've been here almost half a century, and like, this is what I wanted the U.S. men's national team to be. Giving me actually 1998 flashbacks, the last time it felt like this much of an off-field disaster. And then, of course, that was mirrored by that first half last night, which was maybe the worst half of soccer I've ever seen the U.S. team play. Great times. I'm glad you slept well, Kaylee.
I'm sorry.
Doyle bringing a positive vibe to the group today. No.
Yeah, that was so positive, Doyle. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay? if you can't enjoy this, then you just can't enjoy the drama of sports. No, I mean, I'm furious. We're all furious, right?
Yeah, I went to a bar down the street, and I told my wife, she was running late, and she's like, "Hey, I'll come meet you." And by the time she showed up, it was 4-0, and I was sitting there like, and she's like, "Why do you keep doing this? You keep expecting it to change." And I'm like, man, the start to the match, the way that we came out. Honestly, the setup, I didn't even know really what, but it was over before we started. It almost seemed like we sat back and absorbed pressure and asked Switzerland if they could figure it out. And they said, sure, yeah, no problem. I mean, the way they came out in Doy, Bolo, Mansambi, like, we didn't apply any pressure. We sat back and allowed them time and space. And before it was over, before it had started, really, it was over. And so it's just, once again, big questions. And it's almost like I don't even really know what the plan is or what U.S. men's national team, how we're even supposed to play at this point.
Is this more, would you guys say, come down to coaching and tactics? Because this is like one of those conversations that, national teams always have when they are on the coaching hunt is, any national team that's won a World Cup, the coach has always been based from that country. Now, yes, the U.S. is almost that new soccer culture, like you just alluded to, Doyle, where we're starting to build something here. You're starting to see it at FC Cincinnati on a Wednesday. You're starting to see it at LAFC, LA Galaxy, like fans really invested within the clubs. But what's the biggest issue? Like, is the biggest issue that you don't have Captain America choosing not to come in? This was my biggest thing. Sorry, I'm going to roll myself in here because I woke up this morning and I always am like, have my cup of coffee. I'm sitting outside. It's finally sunny here in New Jersey. And I'm scrolling through Instagram and you have Christian Pulisic that's posted. I forget the caption. It was something like, this is well deserved, but it was like a picture of his family, which is amazing, but he's posted it on game day where you should be there with your national team. You're Captain America. I always put myself in the mindset of, would Christine Sinclair do this? Not in a million years. And maybe it's different in the women's side, but like if I'm injured, I am texting my coach to be like, can I please come in and do rehabilitation with the group? Can I just travel with the group, especially if you're a year out of the World Cup, because you want to set that culture on and off the pitch. You want to, build a legacy because you do have the players to do so here. Are you guys nervous that you have a home World Cup as well? I've played in a home World Cup. I've played in away in Germany as well. And it's a different beast at home World Cup. There's way more pressure. There's way more eyes on you. There's way more media attention. Like, how are you guys feeling right now?
I mean, it's hard to be nervous when you're dead inside. And that's the point that I think U.S. national team fans have reached over the past 18 months. Because, look, I thought Greg Burhalter did a great job in that first cycle. I thought it was a mistake to bring him in for a second cycle. And I was for the Mauricio Pochettino hire. I didn't think he would change much about the way they played. But it turns out that Burhalter might have been essential in terms of motivating this group. And that really worries me. Or it would if I wasn't dead inside. Because you shouldn't need that external motivation to come play these games even if they're friendlies. And it's not just Christian Pulisic, who, by the way, we have to table the Captain America nickname if he's not going to show up
100%.
for the final, official competition before the World Cup, right? He's still a great player. He's had a great career for the U.S., but like he's no longer Captain America. We have to drop that. But it's like Johnny Cardoso is apparently going to move for like $25 million to Atletico Madrid and was really good in Spain. And he's terrible for the U.S. national team every time. Brennan Aronson, big move to Leeds a couple years ago, promoted into the Premier League, a key part of this club. Basically didn't show up last night. Matt Turner, big move to Lyon, at fault on at least one of the goals. You could, Mark McKenzie kind of sleepwalking as well. Like, these are guys who play in the biggest leagues for some of the biggest clubs in the world, and they don't bring it here. It's not just the guys who are missing; it's the guys who are here as well. And you can't not be concerned at this point. You just can't.